Rainbarrel is a new and original play written and directed by playwright Svar.
Yes.
Welcome to the Literary Globe and the Theatre Vlogs. I am Liesel and the founder of the Literary Globe. This is Svar. We met at the English bookshop many years ago, and you were doing the play with...
Pinter play.
That was it.
With Polly.
Inside the shop. That was a wonderful evening.
Yes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was spectacular. We had about 30 or 40 people in the shop, and then we did skits. You and Polly did skits.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that evening.
I did too.
Well, we're here now for your play that you've written, Love in a Rainbarrel.
You were going to say rainbow, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, okay.
Please tell us about your play and what inspired you to write it.
What inspired me to write this? I have no idea what inspired me to write this, except it's sort of life's experience. People do ask me if it's autobiographical, and I say no, but in bits and pieces. It's, it's mixed and matched up. And what it is about is 3 generations of women, grandma, her daughter, and her granddaughter. And the granddaughter brings in her fiancé, and what happens is that all 3 women, the grandma, the daughter, and the granddaughter, fall for this one man. The man, of course, has preferences also. And what it turns out is that as a very young man, he had seen the woman, the grandmother, at a gallery show where she was the artist that was being presented. And he had eyes for her. And time passed, many, many years passed, but he again meets the granddaughter, who then presents him to the grandmother, and he gets interested in the grandmother, who of course is many, many years older than him. So the story is about the 3 women who all are interested in this man, and this man who is interested in the granddaughter, but then kind of likes grandma.
He fancies grandmother most.
Well, it presents kind of, many humorous situations, but then it does get serious. And grandma begins to be wake up again, because she was very happy in her life. She's somewhat successful, but she has a line, past all that. And it turns out she's not past all that. And we see it begin to occur in the beginning of the play, and then in the middle of the play, they get together, the very young man
and the
older woman. And then she has what's the word? Crisis of conscience.
Yeah.
And the scenes are very strong. Those scenes are very strong. The play is about what's going to happen, what is real, what is sort of maybe just playing around.
Which brings me to the next question. What
Yes.
do you want your audience to learn or to walk away from, or what do you
I'm
want
not teaching my audience anything.
Okay.
I'm not in the business of sending a message and saying this is how it should be. We have the different women and the man listen to each other, fight and listen to each other, and present what they think is how the case is.
Yes.
It's up to the audience to decide who they think is, saying the truth. But what it does, what the play does, is it loosens grandma up to realize she's not past all that, and that life is still out there to be lived.
Great.
That's it.
And you told me just before in this interview that you put together a theatre company at the age of 85. My
Yes.
goodness, that is incredibly impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about that at 85?
Well, it's, what's the word, with a little help from my friends.
Yes, of course.
A lot of help from my friends. In fact, the whole thing is help from my friends. And it's just that Terry Sinclair, who is the money man in this, came and said, look, let's do something. And so we started, and we gathered in people that we had worked with before in many other shows that we knew were experienced people, but growing up people, adult people.
Yeah.
And everyone committed to the idea. I mean, they're all people who are living full lives and careers aside, but they came into this as professional as you could possibly be.
Yeah.
And they are so very good. I said this to you before, and I really mean it.
Yes.
They're good.
Very good.
And I that's the pleasure for me in having written that, to have that come to life in front of me with such discipline and such searching into the characters. Sometimes they found more in the character than I had when I'd written it. And I thought, oh yeah.
That's really good.
It's good.
Yeah,
I mean, they're good.
It's their interpretation.
Yeah, their
Yes,
interpretations.
yes. Well, Love in the Rainbarrel is premiering in Amsterdam on May the 12th here at the Crea.
No, at the Purdue.
At Purdue.
Yeah, which
in Klaveniersverbouwval.
I guess that's the address. All I know is the yard and restaurant, that wonderful restaurant. It's just like kitty corner about, if somebody wanted to go to dinner first and then come to the theater, because it's at 8 sharp and the doors close at 8.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening to my Literary Globe interview. And if you wish to join our mailing list and become part of our community, it's www.literaryglobe.com. Okay, bye.